Hello, my name is Aaron Brueggemann, and this is the 2016 WWE Roadblock Shaving Predictions. There's a few matches we're going to have to work fast. I'm going to have to try to really drag this out to get the shaving ready. So, let's do this. What's the pre-show match?
Got a pre-show kickoff of Rusev versus Big Cass.
Rusev versus Big Cass. What's your call?
My call?
Yeah.
I think Big Cass is going to win.
You think Big Cass is going to win?
I do. I think Rusev is over, and I think Cass is up and coming, and I think Rusev's going to win.
I concur with that
Big
assessment.
Cass is going to win.
I concur with that assessment. I think Big Cass is going to get it because he is crazy over. I don't think he's lost a singles match yet. And I don't think there's any reason. It gives him the revenge against fucking Braun Strowman with the Enzo Amore thing. And plus, hopefully, this will end the Rusev feud, and then they can get on to fighting the fucking New Day. Which, I mean, I hope they're doing Enzo and Kaz at WrestleMania, because there's a fucking Q-tip in my face. Kaz gets the win. And hopefully it ends that feud, and we get that little bit of fucking golden tag team action between the New Day, the longest running, greatest tag team champions to be in the WWE, and Enzo and Kaz at WrestleMania. I think it's a worthy tag team feud, and I think they need to do it. It's the next match.
Next match is Seth Rollins versus Jericho.
Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho, and really just a one-on-one, kind of a nothing match. This is the whole get your four top stars, get them feuding and whatnot. Jericho right now is a bigger star than Seth Rollins. Jericho's getting the win because they're setting up for Chris Jericho to fight Kevin Owens. They're going to split up, and Jericho's going to get a heavyweight title shot. I presume it's going to be at the Royal Rumble. Jericho's over, but he's not WrestleMania over. So Jericho gets the win over Seth Rollins, and while I say this is setting up the match for Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, I think this is sort of the beginning of the end, but I think Kevin Owens actually helps Jericho win over Seth Rollins to prove what a good friend he is, even though they're still going to break up later on. Gives Chris Jericho the momentum and a victory over somebody to put him in the heavyweight title picture.
Okay.
Next match.
We got a 10-minute time limit. Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn.
10 minutes because Braun Strowman is so nasty. Big mean guy versus Sami Zayn, who's got a lot of heart. I think Sami Zayn goes the full 10 minutes and doesn't beat Braun Strowman, he just survives the 10 minutes. So it's that, or if you really want my subterfuge good writing prediction, which won't happen because the WWE's smart, Mick Foley comes out and stops the match at around 9 minutes, saying that Sami Zayn can't compete anymore, which increases this whole feud with Sami Zayn and Mick Foley. Did I put on my mustache? Okay.
Yeah.
Which extends the whole feud between Sami Zayn and Mick Foley. I think that would be some really great writing. I don't see it happening. Sami Zayn lasts the 10 minutes, which builds up another match for them, perhaps at WrestleMania, maybe even the Royal Rumble, where it's like you can live 10 minutes, but can you beat Braun Strowman? And Sami Zayn's going to just inch closer and closer trying to beat Braun Strowman. Ultimately, I think when this feud ends, ultimately Braun Strowman comes out over Sami Zayn. Ultimately. It's going to be one of those really hearty type of feuds. We were really excited and rooting for Sami Zayn, but Braun Strowman is a fucking heavyweight and a nasty force, and you want to put him in that U.S. title match against Roman Reigns later on in the 2017. That's the next one.
We got Cesaro and Sheamus versus the New Day.
Again, we got Cesaro and Sheamus versus the New Day. Maybe Cesaro and Sheamus win, but fucking why? Who the hell are they going to face that has any interest whatsoever? I mean, you could put them against the fucking Luke Gallows and Anderson, but I just don't see it. I think New Day gets the win. I think Cesaro and Sheamus break up. And Sheamus actually goes to SmackDown, where I think he'd be a better fit. SmackDown needs some real competitors, and Cesaro is a real competitor. New Day gets the win tonight. New Day doesn't break up till WrestleMania, by the way.
Oh, you think they're gonna? Okay.
It's over.
Really?
It's gone on too fucking long.
Oh.
Next one.
All right, we have a triple threat match for the WWE Cruiserweight belt. We have T.J. Perkins versus the Brian Kendrick, versus the champ, Rich Swann.
Who fucking cares about the goddamn cruiserweights? The ability to put on great fucking matches, absolutely great matches, but gone are the days of the WCW cruiserweights with Juventud Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio Jr., Chris Jericho, La Parca. They had such a sick cruiserweight division, and all the wrestlers mattered, and all the matches were great, and it wasn't something that was just being touted, it was just filler on a 3-hour show. Here, the WWE needs to fucking just push it down our throats, but not give the wrestlers any sort of backable characters that you care about. They all sound and seem the same with some minor differences. The wrestling's good, but we've seen cruiserweights before. It's kind of like resurrecting ECW when ECW folded. Rich Swann gets the win in an uneventful, crowd-wise and story-wise match. The match will be great, but no one will care because nobody cares about the fucking cruiserweights.
I think they're interesting.
All right, who do you think's going to win? They're interested in the cruiserweights.
I'd like to see Brian Kendrick win, but I think Rich Swann's going to retain.
The Brian Kendrick.
I'd like to see Brian Kendrick win.
The!
And then have them drop the V.
It's not... Next match.
We have an Iron Man match for the women's title. Charlotte versus the champion, Sasha Banks.
It's a shame that it's 2016 the WWE feels the need to be so fucking sexist to stick to their laurels and not call it an Iron Woman match. Or at least, for respect to everyone, an Iron Person match. Charlotte gets the win. Charlotte wins at every pay-per-view. Charlotte's a great champion. The fact that they keep taking this goddamn belt off of her and putting it on Sasha Banks is just killing me. But Ric Flair had to win the belt 16 fucking times, so why not have another Flair do it? Charlotte absolutely wins. She is just great as a champion. And I would rather see Charlotte and Nia Jax than fucking Sasha Banks and Nia Jax, Bayley and Nia Jax, because we've already seen Bayley and Nia Jax. So I'd rather see that. And that won't happen in the future, but Bayley's next in line for a title shot. And then maybe Dana Brooke and Charlotte break up. Seems how they put them back together. And Dana Brooke will be the next one in line. And who knows? Who the fuck knows? Charlotte wins the match, though. It's going to be awesome. Charlotte always wins at the pay-per-views. She gets the belt back. Sasha Banks is a whore. Not a whore like a sleep with people for money. A whore like a horrible boss.
Good save.
Thank you. Next.
We got the WWE Universal title match. Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
Wasn't it like a year ago at SummerSlam where we had a U.S. title and the heavyweight title fighting in a match when you could have had two separate championship matches? Yeah. Didn't that just suck for the U.S. title? Didn't it just make the U.S. title in-fucking-significant? And these guys are trying to get the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series and they can't even use their U.S. title fucking right? Fuck off. Kevin Owens gets the win. Of course Kevin Owens gets the win. There's no way they're putting two titles on Roman Reigns. There's no way. Roman Reigns isn't over like that fucking champion they want him to be. And times, they are a fucking changing. Kevin Owens is a great heel champion. He's a great flagship for the guys. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring. Keeps the title. Roman Reigns gets downgraded to defend his U.S. title against Braun Strowman, who destroyed Sami Zayn in the match earlier, even though Sami Zayn lasted 10 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, no, they're not that smart to put Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns yet. They're going to try to let's stretch that out so it never happens. We'll change our mind about the story fucking direction. Kevin Owens gets the win. Kevin Owens might get the win from an assist from Chris Jericho and will show that they're in sync totally and that everything is fine. And when they do that, that means they're breaking up in the next couple weeks, which means Royal Rumble, heavyweight title match, Universal title match. Universal title, WWE, what are you doing? Universal title match at Royal Rumble will be Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. And that's it. You know what? Maybe they have a friendly feud between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the U.S. title. You know, where they're friends, but now they're wrestling each other. So now it's going to be a little bit different. Those are my predictions for the WWE 2016 Roadblock, end of the line, redundant, fucking title. WWE, step it up. You suck a dick. You got anything else to say?
Cheers. To everything he just said.
Cheers indeed to everything I just said. I love you guys. Go fuck yourselves. I'm trying to get cat party on this thing.